Anyway, welcome. We have speakers tonight from South Africa, Ethiopia, and Peru. The first speaker is Dr. Herman Stein from Stellenbosch University, and he's been a Mission Ideal Contest reviewer for over 10 years. So without further ado, Herman, you have the floor.
Right, just share my screen. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, welcome everyone to our 12th virtual UNISEC Global Meeting. I'm Herman Stein, Emeritus Professor from Stellenbosch University, and also a member of UNISEC South African region. I quickly want to share with you the story of space in Africa. Currently, we have 14 African countries with a total of 41 orbiting satellites. So in order of numbers of satellites, we have Egypt, South Africa, Algeria, Nigeria, Morocco, and then Ghana, Sudan, Ethiopia, Angola, Kenya, Rwanda, Mauritius, and Tunisia, each with one satellite in orbit. Unfortunately, only 11 of these orbiting satellites were built in Africa. 2 microsatellites from South Africa, and then a total of 9 CubeSats, South Africa, 4 CubeSats, Mauritius, 1, Kenya, 1, Rwanda, 1, and Egypt, 2 CubeSats. The other 30 satellites were built as multilateral projects. So 3 geocommunication satellites and 27 low Earth orbiting micro or mini satellites, as well as educational CubeSats with assistance from France, the United Kingdom, Japan, Italy, China, Ukraine, and Russia. 20 African countries at the moment have space programs and or space agencies. UNISEC Global have in total 54 points of contacts, and 11 are from African countries. They listed there all 54 regions, and those marked in yellow are from Africa. There's 21 local chapters, and a couple of them also from Africa. So Africa in total has about 20% of the point of contacts, and only 14% of the local chapters are from Africa. UNISEC Global also helped a lot with training in space or satellite engineering with CubeSat leadership training projects in the past that started in 2011. So of the 96 participants from 46 countries, about 20% were from Africa, all marked in red, in yellow there, the participants that came from African countries. In 2013, the CubeSat leadership training made use of the ICANSat kit, and then from 2017 to 2019, the HeptaSat training kit was used. Okay, there was also a couple of HeptaSat training workshops held in various countries, and 4 of those countries were from Africa, in Ghana and Angola in 2015, South Africa 2017, and in Kenya in 2019. A bit closer to home, the first satellite produced in Africa was called Sunsat, Stellenbosch University Satellite Project, that started in the Electronic Engineering Department of the university in 1992. The aims were to train engineers for a future South African space industry, also to challenge graduate students on an interesting project to inspire school kids in science and technology. We had many visits from school children, have international cooperation in space, as well as to get sponsorships from the South African space industry, South African industry at that time. There was no space industry at that point in time. The Sunsat project was produced Africa's first indigenous, locally built orbiting satellite. The satellite was designed and built, developed without any technology transfer assistance. by graduate students and staff over the 7-year period, 92 till 98, and the satellite was launched in 1999. It produced more than 100 master's and PhD degrees that was based on this satellite project. And it was the first microsatellite of its size, 64 kilos, with a French Spot 5 satellite multispectral imager capability. 3,500 pixel push broom sensor with a 52 kilometer swath, and that gave about 15 meters of ground sampling distance from an altitude of 800 kilometers. After the Sunset project, 2 universities in South Africa continued with CubeSat programs. And in total, we have already built 7 CubeSats, 4 of them in orbit. First one was in 2013 by the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, about 880 kilometers from us at Stellenbosch. They built a 1U ZACube-1 satellite. And then Stellenbosch University developed 2 CubeSats, 2-unit CubeSats for the European Union QB50 mission, ZA Aerosat and Ensight 1. And then in 1 year later, 2018, a 3U CubeSat ZACube-2 was constructed by Cape Peninsula University of Technology. Currently, 3 CubeSats, 2-unit CubeSats called MDA-SAT 1, 2, and 3 is awaiting launch in December this year. So this last 3 CubeSats, as well as ZACube-2, carried a software-defined radio for automatic identification of ships. And the last 3 CubeSats will also carry a VHF data exchange system on these satellites. To conclude, 20 African countries are currently involved in space. So it's picking up slowly. Every year there's a new country joining about. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of university educational space training available in Africa at the moment. The Pan-African University of the African Union wants to start a Space Sciences Institute in South Africa, where all African students can come and learn more about space and space engineering. There's still a lot of political issues to solve. For example, the source of the funding, because we can only have this type of activity if it's funded by African countries. And there's still a lot of issues to sort out on that front. Several countries already have technology transfer activities with some spacefaring nations for educational satellites, government-sponsored initiatives for Earth observation, for geocommunication satellites, for example. And in all this, I want to especially acknowledge UNISEC and UNISEC Global for making a very big contribution to the knowledge of space and space engineering through the CANSAT leadership training projects, the EPTASAT workshops, the BIRDS CubeSat missions, as well as graduate student training at several universities in Japan. So thank you. I think I well short of my 15 minutes.
Yes, Herman, thank you for that presentation about overview of activities in Africa. We'll go to the next speaker now, who is Yeshrin. He is with the Ethiopian Space Science and Technology Institute, also known as ESTI. He's the point of contact for UNISEC in Ethiopia. Yeshrin, please put up your first slide. You can start. You're muted.
How about now?
Okay.
Okay.
Can you make that full screen?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me to present about Ethiopian space science and technology development within this schedule. I am the Deputy Director General of the Ethiopian Space Science and Technology Institute. I will have this sort of contents to be discussed. Firstly, I want to start with the history of space technology or space technology globally. It started with the first satellite that was launched by Russians in 1957, and after 3 months, then US followed, launching Explorer 1, and then after a year, Soviet launched the spaceship Luna 1, and then on the same year, the NASA was formed, and the competition between US and Russia continued in the space sector, and then Russians also sent human being to space with Yuri Gagarin, which was sent in 1961, and on the same year, the US also sent Alan Shepard, who is a second space astronaut globally, and is the first one for US. And after 2 years, Valentina Tereshkova, who is the first woman, who is also Russian, was sent to space. And then in 2019, we joined the space with other space fairs. So we started with this. So in 2019, we launched our first satellite, which is called ETRSS-1, which is working for the purpose of Earth observation. And then this is all about the history and how we joined the space sector by using with the help of satellite. Now here I will discuss about the establishment of Ethiopia Space Science and Technology Institute. The institute was established in 2016. Before 50 years, during the competition between US and Russians, we have also the initiative to work in space, but because of so many different things, it was discontinued, and the gap was created. But in 2004, Ethiopian Space Science Society was formed by different professionals and government officials, and because of the involvement of government officials, it was a strong association. And then the association established Ndoto Observatory Research Center, which was on 2012. And then after 4 years, the Ethiopia Space Science and Technology Institute and Ethiopia Space Science and Technology Council was declared by the Council of Ministers, and that is a time when the institute was established. And after its establishment, we have done a lot of things. We launched 2 satellites, and we have a ground station which is receiving and tracking multi-satellites. At least we are operating with 5 satellites, and also we have our Parliament approved the space policy, or Ethiopian space policy, and we have a space policy. And the institute was established with the objective of enabling Ethiopia to fully exploit multidimensional uses of space science and technology, and to produce demand-based, knowledgeable, skilled, and actually mature professionals in the field, and also to develop and strengthen infrastructures, and to enable the country to be a robust contributor for the development of aerospace science and technology. And also besides the institute is governed by the council, the Ethiopian Space Science and Technology Council, and its powers and duties are providing direction and leadership by evaluating space science policies, plans, strategies in the sector, and approve plans of the institute, evaluate performance, and provide necessary guidance support for the application, or for the implementation of space science and technology plans in the country. And Ethiopian Space Science and Technology, or ISTI, is mandated to undertake research in the area of space science and technology, formulate and implement space policy strategies which are consistent with the present and future needs of the country within the development plan of the country, and provide and implement space science technology development plans for the country, support space science technology and the related activities. And also we are mandated to design, manufacture and launch aerospace products. And these are and as these others are our mandates. And also we are mandated to issue permits to persons or institutions who desire to engage in the space sector. Also, we are mandated to work in collaboration with other concerned bodies who are working on space flight or space exploration. And also, we are mandated to establish and strengthen cooperation with different institutions from different countries who are having similar objectives. And we are mandated to sign regional and international agreements which are in line with our objectives. And also the other thing is the vision of the institute is to ensure Ethiopia's home-based competence in space science and technology that is capable of responding national development demands. By using space science and technology, we want to respond for national development demand of the country. And the mission is to build national capabilities in space science and technology. We want to be independent. We want to do space science and technology activities. We want to develop space infrastructures. We want to develop satellites, spacecrafts by ourselves, so that we have to develop our internal capacity for that, and also to ensure Ethiopia's home-based competence in space science technology. And these are our mission and vision. And this is a structure. The supreme head of the institute is a prime minister, and the prime minister is the one who leads the Space Council. And under Space Council, the secretary is in Ministry of Innovation and Technology for the Space Council. Then within that, the institute is led by Director General or Deputy Director General. And under the institute, we have two centers: Aeronautics and Astronautics Research and Development Center. It is also known as Intoto Observatory Research Center, which was established in 2012 by using the two 1-meter telescopes. Under the centers, there are a number of departments who are working on space science and technology research, technology development, infrastructure development, and training. Who are working, the departments are working on this matter. The next point is facilities infrastructure at our institute. We have two telescopes. We have two telescopes with 1-meter size, and they are used for observation. And also we are planning to establish another telescope in Lalibela, and also we are now studying other different places which different from Toto and Lalibela. And also by using these telescopes and other infrastructures, we have launched MSc and PhD programs in the area of astronomy and astrophysics, space science, remote sensing, and geodesy. And we have graduates from this program, and now we are currently running these programs. And the other infrastructure is we have the first satellite which is having 13.75 meter resolution and with a diameter of 4.5, and which is used for Earth observation. And also we have another big antenna which is about 7.3 meter, and its purpose is for Earth observation. We are receiving or tracking satellites from 5 satellites which are listed here, for about resolution of 0.5 meter. And the satellites are most of they are Chinese satellites. As other point is Space Education Initiative in Ethiopia. As I said earlier, we have launched MSc and PhD programs in space science and technology in these specializations, and we have trained and we are training students from Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and especially from East. We have been accepting students from East Africa, and we are willing to accept from anywhere. But these are international standards. The curriculums are international standard, and the students are attending their classes here in Ethiopia and also abroad. The programs are offered in collaboration with different stakeholders. And here in Ethiopia, Ethiopian Space Science and Technology Institute and Addis Ababa University are stakeholders in Ethiopia. And after graduation, most of the graduates were hired by our institutes, and also they are working in different universities and other.
Yes, Ron.
Yes, Sharon. I think we lost Yeshran.
Institutions. We are waiting for it.
Yes, Sharon, you're currently muted again.
Sorry.
There we go. We've got you back. Yep, fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So we are planning to launch these PhD and master's programs in collaboration with Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, and maybe at the end of this year or at the beginning of next year, we will launch this program and will accept students. And then the gaps and challenges that we are facing to run these programs are shortage of professors, especially zero aerospace engineering, shortage of lab facility, financing and funding or grants for running the programs, because to bring professors or experts from abroad, we need some sort of financial support, but we are working on that. These are the gaps and challenges we are facing now, and the proposed solutions are creating international collaboration to facilitate staff and student exchange with different stakeholders, sharing lab facilities. We have different lab facilities in Ethiopia, like Ethiopian aviation, Ethiopian airlines, in defense industries and in civil industries. We have different facilities for teaching students, and we may use that facilities. We may share lab facilities. Running graduate programs, the graduate program in the form of sandwich modality is one option, and we are looking for financial aid, grants for conducting research, travel grants, research support, and so on. We are working on that, and we have a number of international relations with different institutes. We have signed with CNIS, SANSA, CNC, KIAM of Russia. We have signed MOU, and we started implementing these projects. And also we are a member of UN Caucus, IAU, and we have head office here, IAU head office for East Africa Regional Office, which is in our institute, and we are hosting regional and international research and training workshops, and also we have been celebrating different events like Yuri Gagarin's Day, Space Days, Space Week, and we have been celebrating these kinds of events. And we have different collaborators, and we need more collaborators to work with us. And this is all about Ethiopian Space Science and Technology Institute. Thank you.
Okay, yes, Sharon. Thank you for the presentation. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. Ray, shall we do the group photo now?
Yeah.
Or George, do you want to check to see if anybody has questions for Yeshrin?
Okay, good idea. The floor is open for questions.
I can kick off actually, because I think Yeshrin, what you've been doing, what ESSTI have been doing with the education space is really quite impressive. I was looking through your policy documents before, and it didn't seem like there was much in the way of space education. But I was curious, one aspect I didn't really investigate was what the policy is on startups, on companies who are working in space technology, or who want to, launch a company in the space industry, and what ESSTI is doing to support companies.
For startups, not only for space sector, but also for other sectors, including STEM. It was closed before. It's not motivating, but now the government is working on that and has prepared a policy, and which will be endorsed maybe within at the end of September. At the end of September, the Ethiopian government, the new Ethiopian government, will be established after last election. Then, after establishing that, the new government, then the Ethiopian government will endorse. And the policy is already prepared, and the new policy is very motivating, and it is a good opportunity for startups at this time.
That's great. It's very exciting.
Well, Yeshrin, do you have any space startups now in Ethiopia?
Yeah. There are space startups. I know at least 2 who are working on developing CubeSats. They didn't still develop, but they are working to develop CubeSats. They are working on developing drones and also balloons. They are trying to develop water rockets, and there are different initiatives. And for as a startup to go to commercialize it, 2 companies are working on that, but it is not that much. It's not that much. We need more.
Right. So, floor is open for questions.
Maybe I have a question to the previous presenter. Maybe if it is okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. On the presentation, I saw that there is a Pan-African University will be established at South Africa. What is its status? How is it only for South Africans, or is it for? I saw it is going to be established by African Union. So is it going to be established only in South Africa, or is it going to include other countries?
Yeah, no, it's for Africa. So every student from any country in Africa can apply to come and study. There's the Pan-African Pan-African University has several different institutes, Mathematical Institute, Space Science Institute, Institute for Agriculture, all in different countries. But the Space Science Institute, they want to establish in South Africa at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology with help from the other universities. So you can also come to Stellenbosch University and participate in the Space Science Institute. And you have to be funded by the African Union. The problem at this stage is a political problem because no other country apart from South Africa wants to fund the Space Science Institute. The other countries say, but this institute is not in our country, so we're not going to fund anything. That is how I read it. I may be wrong. And that is why it takes time, so much time to establish it. It was already decided in 2018. It's now 3 years later and it hasn't started yet. So it's something that the African Union have to sort out amongst themselves. It's basically a political issue. But it will be in South Africa. They decided this one will be in South Africa.
Okay.
Any more questions for either presenters?
There was a question in chat previously to Herman. I don't know if you can see that, Herman.
Yeah, I've answered all the chat questions, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I've answered all the questions there.
If there are no remaining questions, Ray, shall we do the group photo?
It's very good.
Okay, we're right on schedule now. It's 10:35, and now we have the breakout session. And as usual, the moderator for these breakout sessions is Nate. Nate, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, George. I just should have had a file come up, which I've shared in chat. So if everybody wants to go ahead and grab that, it's the same file which was attached to an email I sent out about the breakout session today. So just to explain to everybody, if you haven't attended one of our meetings before and participated in a breakout session, we'll be splitting you up into groups and putting you into virtual rooms where you can have a group discussion on a particular topic. Today, we'll be doing an activity which will last for 35 minutes. And it's regarding space policy, which ESSTI have actually set out, in which they've actually identified 5 key areas of opportunity that they think are important for strengthening the space sector in Ethiopia. And so we can learn a little bit about those. And the file that I linked in chat gives you a description of each of those 5 areas. So your task, and feel free to take the full 35 minutes for the first task if you need it. But your task is to choose one of those 5 areas, which you can see on your screen. Have a read of the description of that area and have a read of the goals that are set out by that area in the PDF file that I linked in chat. And your task is to think about some of the ways that you might be able to achieve that goal for that particular area. So how would you go about increasing something like the coordination and partnership of a country's space program? And what type of strategies can you come up with? And if you finish that task, you can then move on to task 2. And what I'll do is I'll share another file in chat. I'll do that right now. And that file will actually link you to ESSTI's policy document itself. And in that file, you can actually see what the strategies that ESSTI have included in their policy document are, and you can compare those strategies with your own, just to see, what your approach is compared to theirs and how it differs. And then you can maybe have a bit of a discussion about that as well. So second file should be coming up just right now. There we go. Should be in the chat now. And just so we all know exactly what we're talking about in terms of the first file that I shared with you, you should be able to see that on your screen now. So this is the actual explanation of the task. So what we're looking at is task 1. Choose one of these categories, 1 to 5, and think about the ways in which you can achieve the goal. Okay. So I hope that's clear. What I'll do now is I'll just set up the breakout room. So just bear with me one moment.
Hold on, Nate.
Yep.
So afterwards, we get a brief summary from each group, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So we've actually got a little bit of time today. I think we have 20 minutes to share our summary. So yeah, when you do come back from your breakout activity, we will have a group sharing session. So when you get into your room, try and remember the room number for one. And secondly, nominate somebody who can speak on your behalf, who, when we come back, can share what your discussion was. And we'll assign a time to each speaker when you come back, and then you can share what you spoke about.
Well, how much time do you think they have today?
I think we can probably do about 2 minutes.
Okay, so
to
if you're
share, yeah.
given 2 minutes, please stick to that 2 minutes, because if you go over, then the whole schedule gets messed up.
It's very, very true. All right, so I'm going to open up the breakout rooms now, and they will automatically close in 35 minutes time. All right, so hopefully everybody has a good conversation, and we'll see you back here shortly. And thank you to your group. And yeah, policy and looking at good examples is a really important thing to do. And it's something that here at UNISEC you may have noticed we're actually focusing on. We've spoken about it in the last few meetings, and that's going to culminate in a new UNISEC initiative about identifying good policy. So I hope everybody enjoyed that activity and you got to know each other a little bit more and a little bit more about your backgrounds. But that concludes the breakout activity. So thank you once again, and I'll hand back to George. Okay,
Nate, thank you for always doing a good job with managing the breakout sessions. It's now 11:32. We proceed to a UNISEC Global Report from Peru. There are 3 people involved, Margarita Mondragon, Jose, and Hector. I'm told that Margarita is the mother of UNISEC Peru. Are you there today? Margarita.
Yes. Of course, here I am. Hi, hello.
So who is doing the report today?
Jose and I will be doing the report. I will start, and then Jose will talk about the project CubeSat, the Nano Satellite.
Yes. Okay, so you have the floor. Can you put up your first slide?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for this invitation. We are very pleased to be here and learn with each other experiences. Well, this is the Center of Information Technology and Communications of the National University of Engineering in Lima, Peru. Our center is a multidisciplinary center with the students from the whole university, systems engineering students, mechanical, electronic, mechatronic, science, computing, different faculties. Our center started in 2008. The building and equipments were donated by the Korean International Cooperation Agency. The works started with the Nano Satellite, Chasqui-1, in 2010, with a multidisciplinary team of 70 participants, undergraduate, postgraduate, lecturers, researchers. The educational mission was fully completed in 2014. The team leader was engineer Jose Oliden. Ms. Raika Washima visited us in 2011, and then she invited us to participate in the CubeSat Leader Training Program 2011. That was the first training program, a great experience. In that program participated, for example, Freddy Calle. Freddy is now working at CONIDA, that is the National Space Agency in Peru. In the other CLPT training was Mr. this student, and he is already working. He made his doctoral studies in Japan, and he is now lecturing in a Japanese university already, and also working and sharing with us his experiences and giving some assistance to us. Well, the Chasky 1 was put in orbit and deployed during the spacewalk of Russian cosmonaut Oleg Artemyev from the International Space Station. Then we keep working, and we work in a mining robot. 2016, it was financed by Ministry of Production in Peru, tested at an underground mining site. In 2016, the organization of the center started with a laboratory of smart machines. Now we are working in this laboratory. In 2017, we went to the CubeSats competition in France. They ranked the second place with a CubeSat rover. Also in May 26, there was a startup, Playtech Lab, member of the Smart Machines Lab. They won a hackathon with a mining helmet at National Society of Mining, Petroleum and Energy in Peru. In 2017, after the CubeSats competition, Staka Engineering School from France sent us 2 students to work with us to learn about CubeSat, and they also gave us the technology of working with rockets and aerostatic globes. In 2019, we attended CubeSats France. Again, we ranked in CubeSat, second in the CubeSat contest with the Alpayankai rocket, this Nano Satellite, this piece, and this collects environmental data in order to control pests and diseases in agricultural crops. And also, we are inspiring school children, high school children in sciences, and we, during summer in Peru, 2018, 2019, and 2020, that is January, February, we start work in robotic courses and also CubeSat works. And children are very happy working with us. Well, during this pandemic time, we are dealing with remote work and virtual collaboration conditions with some presential coordinations. We have the farmer robot, Pachacute robot, and others, aerostatic globe Huanca, Aerospace Peru is another team, and now we're starting with the Chasky 2 with engineer Jose Oliden. And Huanca, we have just attended a competition, and our stratospheric balloon payload was approved for September 21. It will be launched on high altitude student payload managed by NASA and Louisiana State University. Huanca is a payload developed to measure stratospheric aerosols concentration. Also, we have another team, the Aerospace Peru. They work in the development of experimental rockets. They were winner of the Innovation Award of the National Society of Mining, Petroleum and Energy in 2018. The rocket aimed to produce rain in the mountain sites of mining firms in order to mitigate electric storms that affect working conditions in mining sites. They also keep attending the CubeSats competition and Latin American Space Challenge. Indexed papers research are being produced with IEEE. And now it's a chance for Mr. Oliden to talk about the Nano Satellite Chasky 2. Mr. Oliden. Jose?
Okay, thank you, Margarita. Well, Nano Satellite Chasky 2 is the continuous with our previous project, Chasky 1. No, this is our target is design and implement a nano satellite to train research capabilities in space technology with undergraduate and postgraduate students too. No, our history, you know about our history from Margarita. No, we started with many years ago, and built CubeSat, rover CubeSat, flight CubeSat, etc. In 2020, we started with virtual meetings and virtual work, no, too, and joined with the Peruvian Space Agency. They now our work, now our activities in general, and we organize the World Space Week here in Peru, no, the 2020, and 2021 we plans organize to the same week here in Peru, no? And in 2020 and 2021 we work with children again, no, we work with children always, because for us it's very important focusing the children and young people, and organize we make with many conferences and many meetings about satellites, about rockets, about robotics, about how programming, no, and about our plan for the Chasqui 2 with the first landmark is launch the second prototype, the Nano Satellite, with a stratospheric balloon at 12 kilometers of altitude. In 2022, launched our first prototype with a captive balloon from 100 meters above the sea level. And in 2023 is our third prototype. We will finish building our Nano Satellite. We are looking for to launch the Nano Satellite, no? This is our parts of the satellite: the system engineering, project management, test system integration, operating system, satellite, mechanical, attitude determination, communication, control system, and power and thermal control, the payload, the ground station, science and technology, launching procedures, and education and outreach, no? Well, this is our project. In this moment, some more or less 30 students, and the graduate and postgraduate students are involved in our project: system engineering, physical, telecommunication, electronic, mechanical, electrical, mechatronic engineering, communication, art, and marine biology too, no? The government, the company, and the academy must join force to develop the satellite technology of Peru. Thank you.
Okay, Peru team, thank you very much for the report from Peru. We have time for questions. Would someone like to ask a question?
Thank you.
The floor is open.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the mission of the next satellite, CubeSat?
Okay, the payload, our mission is take a photo too. We are thinking in put one experiment or maybe two experiments about sense some variable in general, no? But our principal mission is to take a photo.
In Mars.
Can I ask how you secured funding for this satellite?
The most important thing.
We were looking the funding in this moment, no, for the university and some areas of our government.
No? So you're seeking funding from the government.
Yeah.
I see.
Or maybe we can participate in a contest who can help us to fund the project and also the application, right? Yeah, there is a chance.
Well, someday you should talk with the team in Costa Rica, because they put up their first satellite without any government funding because the government wouldn't give any. But they found other means to raise the funds. Anyway, thank you for the report from Peru. It's coming on to 11:40.
You're welcome.
We're coming on to 11:45 in Japan. And now I turn the floor to Ray Kawashima. Ray, go ahead.
Thank you. So can you see the slide?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is announcement and new members of the global community introduction. Unfortunately, we do not have a new members this month, new university members, new corporate members, new local chapter yet. However, I heard that in Chile and in Costa Rica, the preparatory committee will be formed, and they are preparing for launching their own UNISEC. And the mission idea contest, we finished the first selection. The finalist name and title will be announced on the website soon. I just introduced the Thailand, Taiwan, Turkey, USA, and Costa Rica, Italy, and Australia, Japan. These countries, the finalists will be competing in November in the final presentation. Oh, this is another information. I think you know CubeCube project. This is the UN-USA and JAXA's joint program. And the CubeCube 7th round application is open, but the second satellite is not accepted. The first satellite, only first satellite from the nation. But the deadline is the December, the end of the December this year. But the good news is the JAXA will launch a new the project, JCube. And this is a special discounted launch opportunities, 1U, 2, 3U CubeSat. The UNISEC will make a contract with JAXA in the end of this month. Now, after that, we will be allowed to say more. But at this moment, I cannot say, but I just inform you that there would be the good opportunity for you.
Great. So at the UNIGLO meeting next month, you'll be able to give details about JCube?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I think so. So
if you're interested in these discounted launches, definitely attend the next meeting.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we will be allowed to talk more. Okay, and next meeting is September 18th, and the same time. The program will be, maybe we will introduce this new initiative and the new JCube. And local chapter presentation, UNICEF Tunisia and UNICEF Samara are interested in it. Maybe 2 or 1, we'll decide later. The future program, and well, the next week, United Nations copiers will start from August 25th and September 3rd. And I will make a presentation on the Friday, August 27th. Unfortunately, this is very limited. We are not allowed to attend the many people. So, but I recorded my presentation, so I will upload it later on. And Samara Space International Samara Space School this month, and PINA workshop in Germany, and IAC in Dubai in October. Mix 7 final presentation in Tokyo. It will be hybrid. And in Taiwan, another international space conference will be held. And I believe in South Africa, the first IAF African Symposium for Small Satellite will be held. And APR South Asia Pacific Regional Space Agency Forum will be held in online This is the Asia Pacific regional. However, everybody will be welcomed. Okay, yeah. So this is the October 16th. We'll have a special session. So this is the announcement, and now it's your turn. If you have any announcement, please raise your hand. But before that, I would like to introduce Nasia. Nasia, you are here. Are you here? Hello. Well, actually, we have a participant from Afghanistan, and you know what's happening in Afghanistan now. Then he and his family is left Afghanistan already, and they are in Pakistan now. However, you know, it is still very difficult situation. So let's pray for them, and you know, in the small satellite community and space science community and space education community, we should support each other, even if it is very small. Just at least we can pray for them, even we cannot support, you know, the financially or some you cannot send anything. However, we can pray for them, and we can pray for them to be able to go back to their home safely someday in the near future.
Herman, are you part of the IAA symposium in South Africa?
Yes, but it's fairly quiet on that front at the moment. It's organized by the guys at New Space, but I'm supposed to be part of the organizing committee for the conference. But I don't have more news, unfortunately, at this stage.
And this is the one that got postponed repeatedly, right?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Okay,
I think COVID and everything else has made it difficult also to organize and to make sure that you will have participants, and it's not just a virtual conference.
Right. So the floor is open for announcements from any participant right now. If you have an announcement, please go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to ask Ray, are you going to Dubai in October?
Oh, I am not very sure yet, because well, this time I failed to submitting the paper, so I have no good reason to go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but of course I want to go. However, you know, the situation of the COVID-19 in Japan is quite difficult now. So I really need to have a good reason to take a risk.
Yes, of course,
yeah.
of course. Things are rather difficult.
Yes. Yeah, after the Olympic game, it's getting worse and worse. So but the good news is I got vaccinated, so I'll be fine. However, many people are still facing a very difficult situation. More than half of the population have not gotten vaccinated yet.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, I'm asking because here in the floor, there are two students of our university, Abraham Castro and Jafet Santibáñez. They present a paper for Dubai. They were accepted.
oh.
And also we are still thinking the risks to go there. Anyway, there is a chance that perhaps they go, perhaps. Yeah.
Did they win the ESL award?
Yes, maybe they can talk. Jafet or Abraham, are you ready? Can you talk about your experience, please? Jafet or Abraham are there? No.
Mr. Margarita, yeah. I'm
Thank you.
Jafet. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, I don't listen well. Mr. Margarita?
George.
Yes, go ahead. Please turn on your camera.
Oh, yeah. I try, but okay. Yes, I turn my camera. Hello.
Talk about your paper for Dubai.
Yes, it's about a methodology of our projects because the space project is so expensive, and in Peru is a country for me. For example, the CONIDA is the only, for example, the institution of more resources, but the universities will try to improve for projects. We need economic supports about private sector, companies, and for example, in some cases, our institutions, public institutions, and this methodology of improve on try to go ahead the projects is in this paper, and in October has been accepted of this EAC conference, and it's very, very nice for our team, and try to more information about our methodology because the last 2019 we participate in CS Space in France. Approximately 14 student researchers traveled to France. It's one important mission, and who we are finance this kind of mission in this paper we try to talk about. And in general, now for the COVID-19 is difficult, but we continue work.
So what is the name of the funding?
Yeah.
Is it ESL, Emerging Space Leader?
Yes, Emerging Space Leader, yes.
Because my university, QTech, we have 3 students who received ESL, so you will see them in Dubai.
Oh, nice. It's important this for team. Really is good. So if we can contact, because it's expensive to travel now and it's dangerous because of COVID-19, but this support is important for us. If Mr. George, if we can contact with your team and try to, I don't know.
Okay, so you can contact me via Ray Kawashima's.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, with Ray. Nice. Okay, George. Is in context or project. Where is our man? Really, we're emotional for our team because this conference is so important for us.
Yeah, I hope you can go. So we have 2 minutes left. Anyone else with announcements?
I'd quickly just like to announce that next month on the 15th of September is the 12th Australian Space Forum. So it's a 1-day event. And this is probably one of the biggest space forums in the country. We normally hold this twice a year. There's going to be international panels. Shannon Walker is going to be speaking. We're also going to have a presentation from Sir Martin Sweeting as one of the special guests, and you can attend virtually. So I'll just put the link in the chat. If you'd like to check it out, please do so.
Can I raise a question for Ms. Ray?
Yes.
Is the UNOSA JAXA program that is the Cube only give chance to launch or for the development too?
Yeah, well, I think so, but you can ask UNIGLO. You should check.
Okay.
Yeah, because you may say that this is the first satellite of made by your people. So yeah, just ask.
Yeah, Ray, we will contact you. Perhaps the Chasqui 2 has the chance to apply for this support.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, we're in the right time. Okay. See?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Please contact me. Yes. Okay. So I think it's this time, but I just wanna invite Cross-san. Hello, Cross-san. Cross-san, can you say hello with and then explain your situation about your neck?
Yes, thank you, Ray, about introducing me. And this is my summer scarf. So the reason why I got this is that I am doing too many the PC meetings. So please be careful about Zoom meetings. Thank you very much.
Yes, don't work too much. Don't work with the PC too much. Mr. Cross, they already show what will happen after too much work with PC. Okay, right? And please take a look at chat, and because we got the message from Nasia Ahmad from Afghanistan. Yes, we'll keep our prayers. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And we really hope that everything will be getting better very soon. COVID-19 and the political situation and the everything and the neck, many things. So thank you very much for joining us. Well, this is the most difficult time every month to say goodbye here. But this is very, very helpful for us to organize this monthly meeting, because we, at least I could feel that we are connected to each other, even though we cannot meet each other, but we are still be able to be connected to each other and care about each other and worry about each other and support each other. So thank you very much for joining, and maybe next month we can meet again. And if you want to say something here, please contact me. And everybody has an opportunity to make presentation here. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, and see you next month.